Layfield. I'm the minister of music at First Baptist Church in Eastman, Georgia, and I'm also a proud graduate of Brewton-Parker College.
And I'm number one recruiter for students. I'm telling you, we love First Baptist. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Eccles. We love Brewton-Parker at First Baptist. Our pastor, Todd Crosby, over here is one of our trustees at Brewton-Parker. We have a strong connection. We have a lot of people in the program tonight come to our church and play regularly. If you play every week, I know these people in front of you are obviously our Handbell members of our church, but in the band tonight, if you play regularly at First Baptist Eastman, would you raise your hand? We've got several that are here tonight. And so when I graduated from Brewton-Parker in 1995, was blessed to be a part of the Handbell choir here at Brewton-Parker College. and played a lot of music in this very room. And so we're excited to have Handbells back tonight with this program tonight. And so some of you may have never, how many of you have never seen Handbells before? This is your first time. Okay, how many of you just don't want to admit it? Okay. All right. So it's not something a lot of churches have anymore, handbell choirs, but we're thankful that we can do this. We're going to play a few more pieces, and I want to share just a little bit about handbells between each song. The first song was called Hymn to Joy. It called for a brass quartet, but one of your students, John Graham, arranged it for the instrumental quartet. And so we appreciate John making that happen. I chose music with different styles so you can see the wide range of things that handbells could do. This next piece is an arrangement of a modern worship song called Here I Am to Worship. And if you've noticed that handbell ringing is complicated because everybody has to do their part. If one ringer was not here tonight, those bells would be sitting on the table and they wouldn't be played. And so everybody has to work together. And so this piece, you can really see how everybody is important because every note matters. And so I'm just glad that we can share this song called Here I Am to Worship. this next arrangement is another modern worship song that's is called Is He Worthy? It's a song that we love to sing in our church. It's a song that it declares, do you feel that the world is broken? And the answer is, it is. And the only hope for the brokenness of the world is found by trusting in the Lord Jesus Christ. He is the only hope of the world, and I'm glad that we could play a song and share this with you tonight, that Jesus Christ is worthy. before we turn it over to the rest of the program. A lot of people ask about the cost of the handbells, and no, they're not cheap. They are rather expensive, and so we try to do our best to maintain these instruments. That's why our ringers are wearing gloves, because the sweat and everything that's on our hands, they can tarnish these bells, and so we wear the gloves to protect the bells. We wipe them down at the end of every time we rehearse and perform. And you'll notice at the very bottom down here, now these bells actually belong to Brewton-Parker, these very bottom bells. They weren't being used, and I asked David very nicely if we could borrow them, and we have been. But Dan, if you'll pick up the lowest bell that we have tonight is a C3, okay? Play that for him. Okay, that means it's a C in the third octave. So if you're looking at a piano, it's one of the lower C's, okay? Now, an octave above that, we have C4. So Wes, pick up that C4 and ring that. All right, now hold on up, Dan. Now that C, the smaller one, is exactly half the size of the larger one. And then we have C5 right here, which is half the size of that one. We have C6, which is half again, and then C7. Okay, so you see the wide range of notes that we can play, but it requires one bell for every note. That's why it's very complicated to play the handbells. And so I'm thankful for these group that they work hard at this. Can you tell? They practice a little bit. All right, the last song I want to share is called Bound for the Promised Land. And this is what I call a kitchen sink song, because it has every technique that you can imagine for handbells. You know, it's like everything but the kitchen sink. And so you're going to see a lot of different techniques. The first technique you're going to see is called singing bells. And so our bell ringers are going to hold the bell up, and with this dowel rod, they're going to rub it around the edge, and it's going to cause the bell to sing. And then you'll see some mallets being played on the bells. You'll see the chimes. You see all different kind of techniques are going to be used. So this is just a fun arrangement. I hope that you'll enjoy this old hymn called Bound for the Promised Land.